muscle driver. So like I didn't have that experience of going to Belarus. I didn't know Oleg for very long. So like I was eating like a moron. Like I wasn't eating enough. I wasn't like recovering enough. I was like all into foam rolling. I was like, everyone's got like those different stages. I was just like in that stage of my career. And like, so when I went to muscle driver, like I had really good results quick because of just that atmosphere. But like I couldn't keep up. I wasn't doing good recovery stuff.
Technically, too,
I wasn't eating enough.
You were pretty new.
I was very raw.
And they were all about intensity and volume. And
exactly.
Your technique was still.
Exactly. So I started getting like my knee or my hip started bothering me. And then like, even if you took a day or two off, like you got a 2-a-day again the next day, like, and I wasn't getting massage. I wasn't like doing any stretching.
So muscle driver, some people probably don't know because that's already like
it's kind of like ahead of its time. Like there was nothing like that before.
So that was Glenn Pendley. Sure. They had muscle driver they made
like Rogue
gym equipment, like a Rogue. Yeah. And they made gym equipment and then they took some of their proceeds and put together. They stipend some lifters and they recruited guys. And Tim went through. So when Tim was working here, he went through the tryout process. I forget, was that like an online thing or like a?
Pendley saw it when my 400 clean.
Tim had met Pendley online. They'd exchanged some messages. He saw some of Tim's lifts. So then the opportunity came. He got invited to go out there, lift in like as professional as it could be type setting in like the warehouse.
Yeah, so I got to hand it to him. Like, that's not easy. And like, I still have the messages on Facebook from Glenn, rest in peace. He said he liked my speed. And he kind of said like, that speed is hard to find. So I'm very confident with my coaching strengths. Like I can help you in your other areas with that speed. So anyways, I had like really good progress, but like I started getting like tweaks and this and that. And like, you get overtrained, man. And like when you get like legit overtrained and you're in pain and you just have to keep training and like pushing big weights and there's pressure and there's stipends and they have like different levels. And you're not making a ton of money, but you're trying to get to the next level to make more money. So like you want to push, but then like you're still hurting. And like I said, I was still pretty new. And I just got to the point, I was like, man, I'm like away from my family, my girlfriend, this and that. And I just decided to move back. And then actually not long after that, muscle driver was no longer. So in a weird way, I kind of got out in time. Mm-hmm. But it was a really good experience. Met a lot of good guys, girls. Morgan King, 2016 Olympian, was on that team. And like I said, if it's a simple case of like, if I knew what I knew now when I was there, I think I would have done even better. Not even like with technique and training, but just like recovery and nutrition, that kind of stuff.
Well, I think in my opinion, for anybody listening, it was the case of pushing results before a stable foundation. The goal was to continue to drive your numbers up, but almost at the expense of development. Like you were still pretty new.
For sure.
And you were trying to push results faster, development, I guess. From my perspective anyway.
Yeah, like it was very competitive atmosphere. And then like I said, like you're literally getting paid to lift weights. And if you can lift more weights, you can get paid more. So like you're not like, oh, let me stay a little lighter for a couple months and really iron out my technique. You're like, no, like I want to prove myself. I want to make more money.